Hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. It's now behind us, of course, so we're really wading into the heart of the holiday season now. Of course, it can bring a lot of joy. It can also carry a lot of stress.
Yeah, and to ease the holiday craze, we're talking with our parenting and mental health expert, Dr. Sheryl Zeigler, who's joining us this afternoon. It's a lot. Let's be honest, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, anybody that says we just have the absolute perfect family gatherings every year, you're not in a Hallmark movie, people. So, but it's a time to reflect. So I guess how should we be kind of soaking this in? How should we sit down and even process what happened this past week? Some people are just sad because they miss the people in their lives.
Right, there's so much going on. So here's what I say. I think it's sort of like we are now in it, right? We are in the official part of the hardiness of this holiday season. So before you just get wrapped up in all the things you have to do, where it's Monday and Thanksgiving just passed by, take the time to reflect. That's stage one, which is just reflect. Reflect on what went well, because there are things that went well, I'm sure. Reflect on what didn't go well. Reflect on your own self. Reflect on things that you want to do more of and something that maybe you want to do less of. Because the assumption being probably over the next month or so, between New Year's and whatever holidays you might celebrate in the winter, you are going to get together again with the majority of these people. And so what do you want to do the same? What do you want to do different? Just take the time. And that can be just thinking. That can also be journaling. That's the first stage. The second one, so that's reflect. The second stage is repair. So after you're done reflecting, you don't just go, oh, okay, yeah, noted to self. You say, now what do I need to do? Do I need to apologize to somebody? Do I need to set a boundary with somebody? Do I need to compliment somebody? Maybe I went to your house, I didn't say thank you enough.
Repair with the idea of going forward. Ready for the next. Because you mentioned those things that stress people, and it's time and it's people. And which one do you think creates more stress? Is it the calendar? Is it the clock that's ticking towards whatever is next?
Yeah.
Or is it the people that are on your menu, if you will, that you know they're coming up?
I think it's the relationships.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes this time of year so complicated. Because I was thinking about it. When you get a family together, this is why you say your friendships are like the family you choose. You don't choose the people that are sitting around always if they're family. It's like, yep, we're all here. And some of us have a lot in common and some of us don't. Some of us have different worldviews, the way we're raising our kids, whatever the differences are. And so it's a whole lot of differences that have to sit at a table or spend an evening together. And it's family, so it's different. That's different from even just friends. So I think it's really the relationships that are the challenge, but it's a good time to say, not what I want you to do differently when we get together again, on New Year's, but rather, how do I want to show up differently? Or what do I want to do differently?
That you can control.
You can control that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really positive mindset to have, but you have to take the time to reflect. Then you have to take that time to repair. And repair can also be on yourself, being too hard on yourself. I didn't do it good enough. I didn't do this. I wish. And that's like repair with yourself is like, I'm going to give myself some grace.
Yes.
Because we hold on to that. And then the last stage is really, you want to reflect. I say it in my mind, you want to prepare. So that's the action plan. So you reflect, you repair, and now you prepare for the next time you're going to be together. Literally, what are you going to do differently or set up so that everybody's set up for success and things go better? So those are my 3 tips post-holiday.
Yeah.
Well, and hopefully everybody takes a cue from that, and then the whole atmosphere feels
Well, that's
better.
what I was thinking, because there's always someone who the most stress lives on, the host, whoever is in charge of that day, or there's someone who feels the most pressure. A lot of that responsibility to remove pressure will belong on the people who are coming over, the guests, the family members. If everyone could just take a little break,
Yes,
let a little air
break.
out. Yeah.
Yes, and I know that you did. Yeah, you did that segment too. I just want to say before about that intimate partner violence or domestic violence. These are the kinds of things that also on an extreme end can really come up in front of family members. Yeah. You might have felt embarrassed. You might have been, oh my gosh, I didn't want anybody to know. And so just thinking about things like what is the status of your relationship and alcohol use and those kinds of things might also be a part of the reflection and preparation for the next holiday you're going to celebrate with family.
Great thoughts as always. It's good to see you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Sheryl Zeigler.